somebody who have experience. And
How's the heart, boss?
have two different licenses. In what state?
What's that?
It doesn't matter.
I love the car.
Here, license.
It's awesome.
You want somebody's license.
It's fun. It's fast.
Yes, who have experience with, who does transactions here. Oh, you were saying like Vegas and yours. Yeah.
Who do I know that's Vegas and Arizona? I'm sure I know someone that's Vegas and Arizona.
Don't we have an office in Arizona now? Or they oh, we do, yeah, we do. But,
Yeah. Say they'll, she's even offering 30% off.
Mark, if you know somebody, let me know. I'll talk to them.
Okay.
That's Mark's on cruising in his car.
She said, haven't heard anything?
No, I got the top down. I'm not bothered you anymore.
Yeah.
She worried about birds?
What's that?
She worried about birds?
Nah. I'm going too fast.
Oh, okay.
Don't interrupt me.
Right there once again, nice and tee shot.
You know what today is?
Good.
First day of the Masters. You know what else today is?
How many days until you're leaving for Hawaii? Oh, baby.
Do you want to know a little fact?
2 weeks from today.
Do you want to be, I think we talked about this before. I've been to the Masters twice.
I hate you.
Been twice. I used to do hospitality in my previous life in my 20s. And they take your phone.
Yeah.
And I was just like an old, like back in the day, sprint phones, flip phones or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had to be quiet. Do you know anything about me? I am not quiet, nor do I know what to do without phone.
So there's a golfer by the name of Mark Chalcaveria. He's not playing anymore, but he was invited there because he's not a Masters winner, but a Majors winner. And he pulled out his phone to make a phone call, and he was a famous golfer back in his time. He got thrown out. So yeah,
Back then they
they're
took them. You had to check it
they're
in.
serious about their no phone policy.
Yeah, it was not my thing, so I just waited for the people to come. I did hospitality, so I just waited for the people to come back. Okay, I'll wait with my little mint julep and wait. Yeah.
Hi, Susan. How
What?
was your birthday party? Good. Did you guys
Oh, you do it.
Go volunteer.
Well, that's not the Masters. It's the Masters is only in
So, by the time you guys say
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
I want to
yeah. Masters is the only one that's at the same course every year.
Is that
It's-
Georgia?
yeah. All right, time for me to get my little run in.
Oh, no.
I'll wait.
Block your ears.
Close the door.
I think I'll play him first.
All right. Time for our on-time drawing, since we're all on time. Okay, what numbers you guys want?
5.
5.
I can shoot them. Oh.
Number 1, Ruby. Congratulations. It pays to be first and not skipping over. All right. Y'all eating breakfast? It's good, isn't it? We need to thank our breakfast sponsor.
Good.
Thank you.
Because you know when I'm here, what happens? We eat
get
good.
Chick-fil-A.
You get Chick-fil-A and we eat good. So, hey, I'm really quick today. Nice to see everybody. I've got a lot going on, but I don't want you guys to miss this chance. We are trying this again. So my understanding is I'm 3 years in. Did you get one? I'm 3 years into American Home Shield, and this is the second time we've done it, and we hadn't done it in years.
What are we doing?
Hey,
I miss you.
I miss you. I'm passing out hugs. I was his
Sorry, guys.
TC. I was his TC for many, many years. Okay. So don't, if you are working with buyers or sellers, we have this promo. We haven't done it in years. I think we're like you guys. We still have the same market share. American Home Shield's doing really good. However, the volume's not there. So we're doing another promo. Guess what? $100 off. How can I use this? Do we have buyers and sellers? If you have any buyers, put it on now. Have you had anybody that's closed recently and they didn't get a warranty? Okay, let's put a warranty on. I can add warranty up to 90 days after closing. Okay, did they run out of money, things happen or whatever? Let's add a warranty because we have 90 days after closing and it's on special right now. Do you have a seller with a listing that wants to offer a warranty to look more attractive to buyers? We can add the seller's coverage now, okay, and then have the $100 off, saving them money when the closing time comes. It does not need to close by the end of the month. We just have to have the order in by the end of the month. How cool does that sound? Cool. Cool. Any other big questions? Life's good?
So if you had a recent sale, can they get the $100?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
The warranty was ordered, I ordered it, but she closed on the 31st?
So if you have a particular one, did they put the order in?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, call me and we can look at a particular one. The one I was referring to is sometimes a lender will say, you don't have another dollar to your name, girl. And I'm like, always, those are the people I'm always fretting about not getting a warranty because they are really cash strapped, but they don't have another dollar and they close without a warranty, right? Those are the people that I'm always concerned about. Those are the ones that I was mentioning. If you had somebody that closed in 90 days and I'm like, this would be a time to add the warranty because I can still add it. But if you want to call me about a particular case, I can see if I can still do some sort of discount because it did start April 1st, but I'll kind of look and see what's on there. It might have already been, a check might have already been sent. But if you had somebody that closed, or if you have a buyer, or if you have a seller, mostly listing agents that want to add an incentive for the buyer to add something on. That's fair. I'm here and I'm around. I'm actually working from home a lot. My kitchen is almost done. Getting closer. If I can find
How long have
countertops.
you been without a kitchen?
Since November. It's a long time. I was near a panic. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm being transparent, you guys are some of my favorite people. I'm like near panic attacks the last couple weeks because my numbers are not fantastic because I'm not in the field as much as I should be, right? Because it's hard to be out when you have contractors coming and going and you're nervous to leave your house. I can't find countertops that fit the right size of my island. Do you know how many little micro decisions come with redoing a house? Like where you want your lights to go. Like who would have thought you need to decide where your lights are going to go? And the cabinetry, the cabinet hardware is not matching the faucets. There's just so many micro decisions where the pop. There's just so many micro decisions that, and try to hold it together with kids and a husband and this job. It's just, I'm near panic attacks the last couple weeks, but I'm holding it together. I appreciate you guys. I am working from home, so I am answering my phone really easily because I'm not quite in sales meetings as much. But then my brokers give me grief because they're like, "What do you look like? We forgot." I had a broker tell me that this week. Well, I don't even know what you look like. I'm like, rah, rah. So, but it's stressful. So anyhow, that's just a little bit of my personal life, but I'm almost there. Oh, no, I just see you, but it's coming. It's coming along. It's just, we bit off a lot. My husband and I bit off a lot, but we're getting there.
All right.
But I appreciate you guys. I'm around. Call me.
All right.
No, it's for anyone. It's trying. They were trying to get.
Seems like we're in the content creators business now, right? We all have to make our videos and our content. Well, see that office right there? It is now what are we calling it? Our social media room. So bring your camera, there's lights, there's table, there's backdrop. We're gonna put a green screen in there. So it's open during business hours. So if you want to use it, just reach out to Bree or Stephanie and schedule it just like a conference room. Who thinks that they'll use it? Good, good. Because you guys spoke. What's that?
No comment on it.
Bring your own camera.
Okay.
Yep. Because everyone's just using their phones now to do that. There is a stand for it. We use that stand.
There is lighting too, right?
There's lighting. Yep. So feel free to use it. You guys spoke and we actually listened. No, because a lot of agents have asked, we need to have some sort of a social media room, we've got it now. So let's use it. We'll be able to keep it as long as it's being used. So please use it. World's best corn dogs out there in the parking lot from 11 to 1:30. I don't know if they're world's best, but they're pretty good, aren't they? They're pretty good, yeah. Next week, we're going to have Pulte Homes in here. We haven't decided what the subject is, but Dwayne Amby is the speaker, and Dwayne is just like, Mark, whatever you want, I'm here for you. He's a really, really good speaker. He loves Realty One Group, and actually works hard for us. He's like, when agents come into one of his offices and they say they're not happy with the company they're with, he's like, oh, you need to call Mark over at Realty One Group. He's just like a real opponent of us.
Do they have any information about what's happening up at Lake Las Vegas with those homes? That would be a good topic.
I'll reach out to him. With what home? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They should.
Mm-hmm. All right, 100 Days to Greatness coming up next month in May. It's a Brian Buffini program, and if you follow the steps, you're going to get transactions. You're going to get business. They say that agents on the average get 7 transactions over the course of the 100 days. There is a cost to it. There is an investment. The investment is $395. But is that a good investment to turn into 7 transactions and tens of thousands of dollars?
Yes.
Yeah. So $395. I am going to be the instructor. So don't hold that against the program.
Mark, is it going to be here in the room?
Right here every Thursday after the business meeting for 100 days. How many weeks is that?
It's like 14.
About 14 weeks.
How long is the class?
I think it's an hour. Yeah. All right. Join us Friday, June 5th for the Aviators baseball game. It's always a fun time. We have a full section to ourselves. We have, they provide food for us, burgers, dogs, chips, cookies, non-alcoholic beverages, but they do sell alcoholic beverages for those that like to have a drink or two. So there is a charge. It's $54 per person. It's a lot of fun. It is just it was probably my favorite event every year. So who's going to sign up? Good. So reach out to Stephanie for that. What do we take?
Cash, Zelle. We're not gonna do Zelle until closer to the game because it goes into Mark's account and we have to sign it.
It's a paid.
So cash, yeah.
Or
You're taking PL, right?
take what?
PL? Pay later?
Richard.
Get that look? That's what it means. Get his money up front. All right. Some CE classes. This is another thing that you guys asked for, so we're bringing it to you. So we have 3 upcoming CE classes in this office, and we have them at the other office as well. So over the next 3 months, we have one each month. We have one coming up on Thursday, April 30th, and that's going to be an agency. I won't be here, by the way. I'll be in Hawaii.
Me too.
So we'll sit, yeah.
He keeps bragging
Can't wait.
2 weeks, did I tell you it's 2 weeks from today? I'll be flying out. Which means 2 weeks from Saturday is my birthday. And then in May on the 21st, there's an ethics class. And then in June on the 11th, there's a law and legislation class. So, and there's
We're still doing key real.
free. Yes, still have Key. Yeah. So you got the best of both worlds. You have live CE classes, or you can Zoom it with Key. So.
Your birthday's the 25th?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about some stats. So we have 9,394 active listings. Of those, 6,540 are single family. Under contract and sold is 2,996 and 2,536. Let's compare that to just last week. Listings are they're up a little bit. The under contracts, and solds, actually we're up on that as well. So, which means the month's inventory has gone down a tad bit. Last week it was 3.9 months. This week is 3.7 months. So, again, our job here at Realty One Group is to educate you so that you can go out and educate your buyers and sellers. And you do that by knowing the stats, because your clients, or sometimes just the general public, is going to be asking you, how's the market? And knowing some stats will help you. All right. We don't have Epic here today, so that means we're going to talk red flag, green flag. Did everyone grab one of those out there?
Oh, so red flag. I can do it. Oh, yeah.
Blake,
No.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Dawn. Glad to see you make it.
I was in Queens.
How was it?
Don't get in shit. Of course I will. Of course you will.
Yeah.
Did I win the on-hydrogen?
No.
Yeah, you're on time.
You did, but my cousin.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone have a red flag, green flag. Is any of you colorblind? That's red. I'm colorblind, but I can tell that one's red and that one's green. So what we're going to do, and where'd the sheet go?
Did you lose it?
Talk amongst yourself.
Oh, somebody hit the fire sprinkler and knocked it off and it exploded.
Do you know what? Every time I walk in that door, I wonder how the hell did they do that? Was it on the inside of the two doors or on the outside? Huh?
All right.
On the inside of the two doors, one door out.
So the goal of this is to create some discussion amongst ourselves, to tell some stories how it's affected you or how it's affected your transactions. I have a few stories to tell you along the way. I know I always have stories, don't I? So so the first one, I'm going to read it. And you're going to say if that's a red flag or that's a green flag. So, for instance, the first one is you recommend 3 vendors instead of just one. You're upside down. Everyone got green flag on. Anyone got red flag on that one? So why? Why do you recommend 3?
Because otherwise, if you only recommend one, it looks like you're kind of pushing one, and if there's, and God forbid, there's any kind of errors or anything, then you go down with the ship, because you only gave your
Potentially,
client
yeah.
one person instead of giving them a selection and letting them pick their own.
Does anybody just give one? Well, yeah, if they ask you, who do you like to use for a home inspector?
But I was in all my others.
What'd you say, Charlotte?
I just did for electrician, who I love
Yeah.
a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't get grades, but I've had grades.
Mhm. Who else? What'd you have to say?
I said sometimes
I
they
got
ask
you with
me,
your mouth full.
that's okay. Sometimes they ask me and I'll tell them that I can drive grades when Charlotte said that. I said I have others, so I can give to you. They go, no, I'm just going to.
Yeah, yeah. And that's okay. It really is. There's no rule or mandate that you have to give 3 for inspectors, electricians, plumbers. You can say, hey, this is the one I've used in the past. However, if you feel comfortable using somebody else, feel free. Or if you want, to talk to a couple others and interview a couple others, that's fine. I'll give you those as well. So it's a good idea to recommend 3, but it's not a mandate to recommend 3. Next one. You promise 8.
Wait, can I just tell a story real quick on that? Okay, I had an inspector that I just loved to death,
Mhm,
and I gave my people the inspector's name, and I did not give them 3.
mhm.
I just said, he's really been great, yeah, da, 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 da. Okay, so he does the inspection. It's a really pretty house. So he goes on and on about how beautiful the house is, yeah, da, 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 da. Hardly finds anything wrong with it. Okay, he leaves. They close and they move in. The day they move in, they have totally moved their furniture, and one of them goes upstairs to take a shower, and the other one goes to take the truck back. And when she comes back, the kitchen was raining because he never turned the water on, and it came down to the fact that they said, well, I only gave it one person that I highly recommended, and he was so amazed about how beautiful and cute the house was that he didn't turn the water on. And he turned to me and he said, don't you remember me turning the water on? I go, I don't. But I ended up paying half of the bill.
Really?
So had I given him 3 and said, just call him and have a
Yeah.
conversation and see who's available when you want to do it, da 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 da. That was the last time I only gave him 1 home inspector.
So you always give 3 now?
I do.
Yeah.
But not with specialty people like electricians or plumbers and stuff like that. But on home inspections, I always give them 3.
It's still a good idea. I mean, you don't have to give 3, but even on electricians, plumbers, it's still a good idea to say, hey, this is the one I've used in the past. However, if you feel comfortable using someone else or talking to somebody else, feel free. Don't ever say, this is the best inspector ever, or this is the best electrician ever. I have an electrician that I've personally used, and he was great, and I refer him a lot. But I'll never say he's the best ever.
Yeah, well, I have never used that inspector again either.
I'm sure. How much did he cost you?
Probably $800.
$800.
Because it was like
Not too bad.
$1,600 for the whole thing. And he had to pay half of it, but let me tell you something, I chased him all over town. I go, if you don't have it, use your insurance, but I don't want to pay $1,600 for this. So it was
Here's the thing with home inspectors and the client signs off on this, and what they sign is the home inspector is only liable up to the amount the client paid for that home inspection.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not kidding.
I thought that was just SRPDs. I didn't know that had to do with the inspector, because in this case, he totally missed it.
Right.
And water moves. So
Right.
it's not like we knew it was coming right, but it was coming out of one of their light fixtures downstairs. But it was over there was the shower.
Sometime read one of those contracts.
Oh,
It states so the home inspector, if they miss something, they're only liable up to the amount the client paid for that home inspection.
So what good is it then?
Why do they put their, what's it, bond amount
Yeah.
on their
Because
information?
if they get sued.
But if
It's
they
just-
get.
just because
But
it
we have to
says-
sue you in
Yeah.
order for you to pay for it.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
But I am hearing that there's more buyers suing agents and sellers now than there have, because I just heard a really bad story
Hmm.
over at taking a CE class.
Yeah.
The Ruthie and her agent, you know, who Ruthie
Mhm.
is. she's
Donna
her-
Ruthie?
Sorry?
Donna Ruthie?
Yeah, the one with, over at, her
She's-
husband passed away.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this.
She was
Yeah.
just telling a story that, one of her agents is suing the seller and, the buyers are suing the seller and the agent,
Mhm.
but it's it's in a major lawsuit, like it could go up to maybe 100,000 or
Mhm.
whatever. But they have lawyers, but she is using like Claude to do all the paperwork to give the attorney. He goes, oh, you just saved me 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
But, but the interior decorator is married to the attorney that was for the buyer. And everything was fine. They did the SRPD, she said. They waived the mold inspection. They did everything right. Everything went through. But then the interior decorator went in and knocked some walls down and found mold. Now there's a major lawsuit.
Yeah.
So,
And here's the thing, when there is a lawsuit, they pull everybody in. The buyer's agent, that's just what attorneys do. Buyer's agent, the seller's agent, the brokers, the brokerage. I get named in lawsuits all the time. Yeah, it's crazy, so.
On the reports, it does say that the inspectors can only see what's visual to them, so they can't guess what's behind.
Right,
it.
Yeah.
That is true.
It actually states in the contract.
Well, they say-
But again, they didn't run the water. Well, no,
No, that was on mine. They're
Yeah.
saying.
she's saying that they're finding that husband and the interior decorator, that they've kind of done this before. So
Yeah.
there's, so you gotta be careful, I guess.
Yeah.
They did waive the mold inspection, right?
They did waive it, yes.
But
And
they
said
wouldn't have
that's-
found it because they can't break a wall.
Well,
during
if they
inspections.
did an air test, they might have been able to find
Oh,
something.
well,
All right,
okay.
Let's move on.
Next.
Zoran says, let's move on. So if Zoran says, let's move on, that's what we need to do. Would you like to take over? All right. You promise a guaranteed sales price in your marketing. Red flag, red flag. You can't guarantee it. You know,
I can't.
prices may be going up, even though they're not right now. But you still can't guarantee that prices are going to continue to go up.
You can't.
So you never guarantee. You can say, this is what's been going on, over the last few years. This is what some of the prognosticators are saying, but you can never say, you buy this for $300,000 and in a year I'll be able to sell it for you for $350,000. Agents do that all the time.
What's a prognosticator?
Google it. Or should I say Chat GPT? No guarantees. Next one. You use an old form because it is basically the same. Yeah. These are kind of easy. Red flag. There might be the most minor difference in the form, but you still have to use the latest form. And our compliance team, if you turn in an old form, they'll kick it back and say, hey, you need to use the newest form, the latest version of the form. So, yeah. How about this one? Agency relationships are explained before the first showing. All right. Yep. And what do you do? How do you do it?
Buyer brokerage.
Buyer brokerage agreement.
Yep.
So what needs to be signed prior to the first showing? Duties owed and the buyer brokerage, the BBRA, buyer brokerage representation agreement. Who is still, this is just between us. Who's still showing homes and not getting the BBRA signed before you show homes?
You know someone.
You know someone? I'm not saying I haven't done it.
So do you need that when you're showing rental properties?
There's a different form that we have created for it. The question is, do we need those for rental properties? And there's the rental showing agreement that is needed before showing.
But not a duties owed.
Not a duties owed on the renters. Because for the renters, it's just a referral fee. That's all it is. We are not representing that tenant in that situation. So great question.
But there is a special buyer brokerage.
There's a rental showing agreement is what it's called.
So if you have an exclusive with your seller and you have a buyer who wants to see it and you can't find another agent who wants to show it, can you show it to them with the expressed, I guess you have to have it in writing that you cannot represent them on the buy
Yeah.
if they decide.
Yeah, you
So
can
I
still
don't
show
have
it.
to have a BVR signed by that person.
Correct.
'Cause I'm not gonna represent
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if you are going to represent them or not. You don't need a BBRA if you're showing your own listing, no matter what.
Buyers are allowed to break the contract anytime.
So the question, was it a question or a statement?
Question.
Yeah. So are they allowed to break that agreement anytime? And if you pull up the buyer brokerage representation agreement, it is number 14 that says either party, the buyer or the agent, can cancel this agreement with just notification. They just need to be, and that could be an email, it could be a text message. So, yeah, it's
But
kind
it
of,
has to be in writing.
it needs to be in writing, yeah.
So what is the main purpose?
Because NAR is requiring it per that settlement from the lawsuit. Yeah, and it's funny, and they're all different throughout the whole land. Not all buyer brokerage agreements have that provision in there. I'm talking about other states and other counties. I don't know if Northern Nevada's is different than ours. I know other states, I know Arizona's and California and Utah's, they're really different than ours. So, yeah, it's not a whole lot of protection, but it is a requirement. So,
But most of your buyers probably won't even know that they have that provision in there.
yeah.
Most of them.
And here's the thing. We are in the relationship business, aren't we? So if we have a good relationship with this buyer, then it's typically not an issue. Because you are building that trust and building that relationship the whole time. Okay?
And if the client doesn't want to work with you, you don't want to force them to work with you.
That's a great point.
It's like,
Richard made a great point. I mean, Richard made a great point. Here's another one, much like the other one. You promise a buyer you'll make sure they get the house. You promise a buyer, promise you you're going to get this house. Don't make promises that you have no control over. You have no control over whether that listing agent is going to get another offer at the same time. That's way more money. You can't. Dealing with an issue right now. It's a Green Valley agent is the listing agent, and an outside buyer's agent is complaining to me because that they accepted a different offer. Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I had one similar like that one time where this agent, I think it was KW agent. Anyway, it's irrelevant because I don't bash other companies. Actually, the leadership over there, I love them, and they backed me on this. The agent was representing himself, and he put an offer in on this property, and it was a seller financing owner carry deal, and the seller and the buyer just were never able to come to terms, and it was like a little bit of infighting, and the agent called me and was complaining, and why don't they take my offer? And I just said, maybe the seller doesn't like you. He did not like that at all, and went to his brokers and managers, and the manager who I've known for decades called me and just laughed and said, seller may not like him, and that's okay. So, yeah, you can't guarantee that you're going to get an offer accepted. Here's another one. Red flag or green flag. You post client testimonials after receiving written permission. You post them on your social media.
Repeat that again?
After receiving,
You post client testimonials after receiving permission to do it.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyone red flag that? Told you I'm colorblind. Up close, I have no problem. But looking at them from afar. You respond after hours to an urgent contract question. Green flag on that one.
You do it all the time.
I do. It says you do it all the time. How many have reached out to me after hours?
What is after hours for you?
Just Ricky. Yeah, Cynthia's. When is after hours?
Is it
My
nine?
phone goes on silent at 9 p.m. That's
Okay.
that's after hours for me, and oftentimes I'm asleep before that anyway, because I get up at 3:30 in the morning.
We can call you at 3:30.
You could text me. I'll probably answer.
Okay.
I've carried on many text conversations with Charlotte at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I'm up early. Yeah, I used to say, just don't call me at that time in the morning because you'll wake up the wife and the dog. But I don't have a wife and a dog anymore. But still, don't call me at that time in the morning anyway, because I'm still groggy. Probably haven't had enough coffee at that time. But yeah, you can text me at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's fine.
Don't promise it.
What?
Don't promise it.
It
doesn't guarantee. Don't promise.
Although, starting in 2 weeks for a period of 90 days. No, yeah. Reach out to Tim or Jeff.
Going to Hawaii with you.
Who's going to Hawaii? 2 buddies, Dennis and it's a golf vacation. And Cynthia is going to be there at the same time. We're going to have to get together, aren't we? Yeah. Not same resort. We are staying in it's a duplex that my buddy owns a real estate company, and one of his agents owns it.
All right.
So we're staying it for free.
Wow.
My favorite.
Vacations are never free.
The free vacations are never free.
No.
You're right. You're absolutely right. All right.
We were saying it's 2 or 3 hours behind.
What is? It's 3 hours.
Downloading.
Trying to figure out when you can reach out.
We can always reach out. They can reach out to a different.
All right, earnest money is received late and not disclosed. Earnest money is received late and not disclosed. It's gotta be, yeah. Here's the thing on earnest money. Well, on contracts in general, you have to follow the terms of the contract exactly as it's written in the contract. Here's a story I have told before, and you may have heard it before, but I'm going to tell it again, whether you heard it or not.
Of course you are.
So this is when I was manager in Utah, and my agent was representing the buyer. Got the offer accepted in contract. The contract said that the buyer is going to deposit the earnest money within 3 days by a check. We did checks back then. You know, those are those things that well, I don't remember the last time I wrote a check.
Can we still do that?
You can still, Cynthia says, can you still do it? Yeah. If it's in the contract, you
I'm still
can.
doing it.
What's that?
I'm still doing it.
I asked
'Cause you're
because
old
I had a
school.
client that wanted to do that. And I'm like,
And they can. So it said 3 days by check, okay? The buyer, 1 day after acceptance, wired the earnest money into escrow. Better funds, quicker. The next day, we got a cancellation because the buyer didn't follow the contract.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
They had another buyer. Probably.
And we reached out to our corporate attorney, and even the attorney said, you're screwed.
So whose mistake was
In
it?
attorneys.
The agent or the?
It was the buyer.
The buyer.
Although the buyer might have asked, is it all right if I, wire it instead, or might have talked to title, I don't know
They
that.
had to have talked to title because they got wiring instructions.
Yeah.
Well, it just came from the grievance committee.
So, why would a seller do that?
They had another buyer.
Clearly, they had a better offer.
Yeah.
Clearly. But, better funds quicker.
Right.
And, and we didn't have a leg to stand on. Had to cancel.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that
So do
crazy?
you do addendum then? If anything changed, like if my buyer wants to do, so you do addendum?
Anytime after you go into contract, you need to make changes, it's done on an addendum. Prior to going on a contract, it's done on a
Change order.
No, the contract.
counter. Change
Okay.
orders
Well, that's what I meant.
for the listing. Yeah. So before going in contract, counter. After going in under contract, it's an addendum. If you want to change the terms of a listing agreement, it's on an MLS change order. Yep.
So which contract did it say, so it was the offer that said that they will
The RPA.
deposit by check?
Purchase agreement, yeah.
but so.
On the first page of the purchase agreement, it spells out that the earnest money is going to be deposited within X amount of days by whatever.
Wow.
But if they sent that addendum, the other side may have looked at it and thought, and you know how they don't like to respond.
yeah.
And then this person went on and put the money in just because they sent the addendum and didn't get it back.
Yeah. I might have raised a little bit of a red flag on that one if they're not responding and told my buyer, you better put a check, because that's what the contract says.
Well, then I have a question. So they basically, if they don't follow exactly the contract, they can cancel anything at any time, or there's a time frame. Let's say he did the check, and then a week later they got the better offer, and then they cancel after, or is there a time period?
It doesn't say.
But
Yeah.
the buyer has to
So
sign
basically,
cancellation.
Yeah.
the seller can
Buyer would
cancel
have
at
to
any
sign.
time
That's
if
what
nothing is
attorneys
followed.
call a gray area.
Yeah. And could a buyer sue the seller for specific performance? I don't know. I'm not an attorney.
But do you want to raise?
And I did stay in a Holiday Inn last night. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh. So yeah, follow the terms of the contract exactly. And I don't know if we have anything about this but let's talk about HOAs, CICs. I'm sure you guys down there at, where'd you just come from?
Oh.
Grievance. Get a lot on HOAs, CICs. What are some of the timeframes involved in CICs?
10, 15.
First of all, how long does the seller have to order the resale package after going under contract?
Right away.
Don says 5 days. Say right away.
2 days.
I thought it was 3 days.
Oh, Zora knows.
He's old school.
Wow.
2 days. Per the contract. Says the seller has 2 days in which to order the CIC package.
Do you know what the problem with that is? What happens if they cancel during due diligence?
Doesn't matter.
I get that, but
Doesn't matter.
that thing is only good for what, 30 days, that resale package?
I think it's 90 days.
Oh, is it 90?
Yeah,
Oh,
they made changes a while back on that.
okay.
Now, all right, but you bring up a good point. She's like, I don't want to order. I'm guessing you don't order them right away.
Well, no, I don't.
Nobody orders in 2 days.
No,
I did.
you did. But
I ordered it within 1 day.
but the question is whether or not it will be good if this cancels and you have to put the house back on the market. How long is
Doesn't
that
matter.
good for? Yeah, it does.
Doesn't,
Because
no,
that's
it doesn't
$200.
matter. The contract says you gotta order within 2 days. If you don't
But it doesn't
order
give us
within
an
2
option.
days, it gives the buyer the option to cancel.
But it doesn't give us the option. It doesn't give us a choice of to be able to,
Then-
like
then-
escrow, we can say 3 days.
Then counter it.
But escrow can just update the demand, you don't have to,
Yeah.
you can keep those docs, they're still
It-
good.
You,
Just need an updated demand.
you can counter it. Just because it's in the contract doesn't mean you can't counter it out.
I think the minutes in the financial.
The CIC package will be ordered after the end of due diligence.
Oh, you can do that?
I
Yeah.
just said you can.
Well, that's what will happen.
Because now that's part of the contract.
Can I do that as in additional terms, or do I have to literally do a counter?
Well, if,
Oh, no, I get the, never mind,
Right.
it would be a counter.
Right.
Never mind.
because a buyer's not gonna do that.
Right, of course
Yeah.
not.
But it gives the buyer the option to cancel later on too, because that 5 day when he gets that resale package, coming further on.
Still has the 5 days
He's
to
lost
review
5
it.
days to review it.
There's one other time frame in there.
5 days to review.
Well, 5 days to review is one, there's another one. Who knows it? 15 days. What's 15 days? Per the contract, it's in the contract. A buyer has 15 days to receive it.
Yeah.
To receive it. So if you counter the ordering, you're not countering the 15 days, they could still.
Cancel it.
Oh, so, okay, so we have 2 days to order it, and then they don't have to pay the expedited fee because you've got 15 days to deliver it. Correct? Yeah. Okay, all right, different story.
And then of course, so whenever agents come in and say, hey, my buyer wants to cancel this, and we're out of due diligence, what's my first question? Is it in an HOA? Yeah. Did you receive it within the 15 days? If you just received it, you still have 5
You
days.
still got 5 days.
Yeah. So yeah, follow the terms of the contract.
And make sure you're the one who orders it.
Make sure you're the one who orders it.
Remember what happened to me? You can share that if you want to.
Refresh my memory.
I was unfamiliar that every property that had a HOA got CIC documents. I thought it was condo townhouse. We closed the transaction and never got it from the
Yeah.
listing side.
Oh,
So
wow.
needless to say, I had about 2 weeks of gut wrenching pain.
And
hoping
you
my
ended up
client
getting it.
wouldn't back out after we closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you ended up getting it and the buyer signed off on it, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's
That was
any property that's in an association, not just condos, townhouses.
You gotta be careful, because there's some that have two associations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And actually, some have three. Yeah. Here's an easy one. They're all easy. You advertise a listing as coming soon, without using the coming soon addendum. Red flag. Red flag.
Compliance won't even let you get away with that.
Clients don't even
No.
make it.
Compliance.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You follow up on a phone conversation with written documentation. Green. Is that red? Did you?
He's
He's
colorblind.
colorblind.
I just came from California, I'm still sleeping.
He's old school. He's old school.
He's old school, black and
I just gave you a high five, and I'm taking that back. Yeah, it's always a good idea to follow up a phone conversation, because a phone conversation, there's no record of it. So if you follow up with an email and just say, hey, per our conversation, this is what was agreed upon, and just please reply. That way you have written documentation as to what was agreed upon.
What happens if they don't reply?
What happens if they don't reply?
You tried.
Yeah.
They be playing the game.
Only so much you can do.
Especially if I wants to do some stupid stuff. And I told them, no, but they want to do that. Then I sent an email. I explained you many times.
Yeah.
That's not right for you to do, but if you want to do
But if you want to be stupid,
it, yeah. And I sent them that email.
But even if they do reply back, it still can't hold that with the contract anyways, because it's not part of the contract.
it's not part of the contract. However, always be thinking, if I was standing in front of the judge,
Oh, that's my favorite part.
yeah, what would the judge say? And if the judge reads over the contract, reads over the email chain, your case is
You
strong.
really don't know which way it might go. Though.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah, you could stand in front of two different judges and get two different opinions, but yeah. Here's a good one. You show a home without confirming access instructions. Just checking. Red flag. I get those calls, not all the time, but I get those calls occasionally from an agent that said, hey, your agent went into one of my listings and never did the showing time, never got confirmation of showing. I had this one. It was not one of our agents, was a Northwest agent who lived in this small community. I don't know, 50 homes or something like that. It was a tight-knit community. And I guess the home got not officially listed, but a lockbox got placed on it. And one person in the community went to a Realty One agent that also lived in the community and said, hey, so-and-so just passed away, and I want to, see if, I think it was the wife's ashes or something that they were looking for. It was a kind of weird situation. And there were cameras in the house. And there was a Ring doorbell camera as well. So it showed the agent accessing the lockbox, and it officially wasn't listed yet. It was going to be officially listed later that day. So it was within hours, but that agent was furious and took the agent to, it was probably at the arbitration or grievance. I'm sure it went to grievance.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So just make sure that you have permission to show a home, access a lockbox. Red flag, green flag. Buyer wants to use a lender you've never worked with, but they're pre-approved by said lender. Red flag, green flag. Is that red? Green? Ricky says, it's green, but it feels like it should be red.
I think it's red.
You think it's red?
it's red on my side, because if I don't know the lender, then I don't know the lender or the.
So you have to know the lender, for the buyer to use that lender?
I would prefer it that way.
Prefer it, but it's
Yeah. I would prefer that,
But and I get that. I really do, because it seemed like most all the issues that I've ever dealt with when I'm working with buyers are when they bring their own lender.
I mean, what happens when they say, oh, I'm pre-approved with B of A?
Okay.
B of A is the absolute worst company to ever deal with.
So you tell them that.
I do.
Yeah, and that's fine. What if they bring their cousin that's a lender?
At B of A.
That's even worse. Yeah. Two red flags. We can't force them.
I get it, I know.
Yeah. So
But I want it my way.
Suggestions, but that's fine.
Dawn wants everything her way.
I do.
A client asked for tax advice related to their sale.
They can ask, but I don't have to give
We're we're not accountants.
it. Stay in your lane.
Maybe text more.
Stay in your lane. I mean, there's certain kind of tax advice that you can kind of give them. I mean, you could say, you know, you lived in the house for the last 5 years.
I'm not saying that.
But yeah, I mean, that's yeah. Just be careful. Be very, very careful. The seller asks you to hide known roof issues. Yeah, yeah. Has anybody had any clients tell you not to disclose certain facts?
I went to a complex, a quad, that they were selling the whole building, right?
Like a fourplex?
A fourplex, thank you. And I was in the house, and I said, and they were doing it, the SRPD, and they're marking everything clean, and this place was an absolute dump. And I said, what about the hole in the roof? And they go, what hole? I go, the one above your head. Oh, well, that was here when we moved in.
So they lived in one of the units?
Yeah, they lived in one of the units, and they said that that hole was there when they moved in. I go, well, then somebody did you an injustice, but we're not doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we got somebody to fix it, and it was like, but literally, what about the hole above your head?
So even though you got somebody to fix it, it still needs to be
Yes, we still
disclosed,
disclosed
right?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I have one, and it's the opposite. I have this manufactured home right now, and my seller is 93-year-old man, and he went online and found that there's a church. It's only showing in the first search from MapQuest, so he's like, I need to disclose it. We really don't know if there's a church held in this place, but I need to disclose it, right? Since I know. And I said,
If there's a church,
yeah,
his
because
house?
they might use it for tax reasons or something.
so the property was zoned for church?
No, it's not. It's a manufactured home. But the seller find out from MapQuest that it's
It used to be
listed as a church.
Huh.
I don't know what to do with that
Yeah.
one, but I'm gonna disclose it. I'm gonna tell him to disclose it in the SRPD.
So whenever an agent comes to me and says, do I need to disclose? I shut them right down there. I say, yes. If they're asking me if they need to disclose something, the answer is yes.
And if they don't disclose it, the neighbors will,
Yeah,
every time.
yeah.
I had somebody
usually-
die in a house that got shot. It was a big news story and everything. I mean, the yellow tape was still on the carpet when I went to
Ugh.
list the house. And they go, and it wasn't, the house didn't kill him, somebody else killed him. And so it wasn't something that the house did to him. It was, so it didn't have to be disclosed. But if I didn't tell them, you know, even on my way out, every neighbor in the 5
you know?
houses came
Yeah.
out and let me know, do you know somebody died in there? Of course I do.
Yeah.
You know, but if I didn't disclose it, or the new owner didn't disclose it, then, or the heir, whatever she was, And so the neighbors were going to, and they were
Do you
hot
not-
on the
You
trails.
don't have to disclose if somebody.
You don't
dies.
have to, no.
Yeah.
It's not,
It's not
it's not
stigmatized.
required. So if you take a listing and the seller says, you know there's something wrong, and the seller says, I'm not gonna disclose and I don't want you to disclose. Could be something that happened a year ago and they fixed. I don't want you to disclose. And you just held up. You are required under the statutes to disclose.
How?
Even if the seller says, don't disclose,
You need to just deny the listing and
you
walk.
could deny a listing, yep. Yeah,
Tell them, don't tell them.
No,
What if
that's,
they told you
that's
that?
unethical.
Because they're gonna throw you under the bus.
absolutely,
And back over you.
yeah, yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, and would you really want to deal with somebody that's that unethical?
Because you don't know
I
what else they're
don't.
hiding.
I don't, yeah. Sometimes. This one happens. You sign a document on behalf of a client or are the authorized representative on the buyer's walkthrough.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
You sign the buyer's walkthrough.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't, and you know what? Some companies allow it.
Ooh, we don't.
Yeah, it's just too much liability. So yeah, we don't sign the walkthroughs.
So you have to get.
Bye, Don.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thanks.
What's that?
They can send a friend, or they can send a friend or whoever they want to do
Yeah.
it, or waive it.
Or you can do a video and send it to them to sign. That's fine as well. Or FaceTime. But you can't sign. They can have a friend or family member sign, but you can't be that friend or family member. Doesn't matter if you are a friend
But
or
we can
family.
videotape it?
You can videotape it, sure.
What if we miss something that,
Right.
by accident?
They're signing off on it. You're not signing it. You accept a gift card from, is everything okay out there?
Somebody's screaming.
I don't see anything.
Yeah. I don't see any fists flying or anything.
There's a guy sitting quietly and.
You accept a gift card from a vendor after referring clients.
Thank you very much.
After referring clients.
I
Red flag. It's a potential RESPA violation. It's okay to accept a gift card, but it's not okay to accept a gift card specifically for referring somebody. Little gray area.
I was gonna say,
Little gray area. Did we do any of this today? I don't think so. You gossip about another agent's mistake.
Blame it on myself, but that's why.
Yeah. We talked about certain situations, but we weren't calling anybody out. Well, Ricky called herself out.
Look, those open house bulletins.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere, did you see
I
that?
love that. I love going through them and like, who do I know?
Right,
You know?
who do you know?
And I'm like, oh, and this is specific, I remember this. Oh, Michael, you didn't do that, did you? He's no longer in the business. Yeah,
The open, the.
from the real estate division.
Sends out a newsletter,
Yeah,
the open house newsletter, and in it.
it's
it
violations.
lists all the violations done by realtors and what their fines were.
Yeah,
And, it's the best.
And you know what's even better?
Going to the hearing.
Going to the hearings. Who has been to a hearing at the real estate division?
And you get CC credit.
Oh, you need to go. I think the next one is I think it's May 9th.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's It's juicy. It's juicy. There's some good ones. And sometimes there's an agent, God, I hope they get them. Because so. All right. Yeah, I'll put it out in the newsletter when the next one is.
You have
Yeah,
to sign up for your ADM yet, or it's just?
you have to register.
You gotta-
Yeah.
Where is it at? Here at the?
Yeah, so they have them at Reno and here, but clearly I only go to the ones that are here. It's at the division office. Up on
And we
the-
have
up on
CE
the
credits,
fourth
you
floor.
can sit in.
You get CE credits
CE
for it.
credits.
Yeah, you get 3 CE credits for it. Now, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday typically. Tuesday for sure, and if they don't finish up Tuesday, it goes over to Wednesday if they don't finish. So Tuesday is the best day. Yeah, so. All right. Thank you all. That was good discussion. Remember, no matter how you slice it, greatness is a choice. Let's go out there and be great agents.
Okay, Mark.